guys, just jumping in here to do Maverick's advent calendar for the day. Come up here, little man. People want to see you. You're the superstar. Let's see. We had door number 9 yesterday. So where's door 10, baby? Where's door 10? Can you find it? No. Door 10 is up here in the corner by the brand, which is Himalayan Pet Supply, if I never said anything to anybody, in case you guys wondered. Because it seems like a pretty good little advent calendar. We're pretty happy with it, huh? You pretty happy with it? Oh, don't lick the box, weirdo. You little weirdo. Alright. He has got... Can I show them what you got first? They're like mini carrots, but they're ricey. They're these little crispy things right here, which are called... These are the barquitos. What flavor does this look like, Mev? They look like cheese. I have like no sense of smell, so I smell them every day to still try to figure out what we got. Pretty sure we got some cheese here. Yes. Yum. I always try to be quiet so you guys can hear him crunching a little bit. So I think we have the cheese ones. And it says Barquitos cheese. The ingredients are rice powder, cheese powder, coconut powder, vinegar as a preservative, and annatto. Calorie content 14 per treat. 14 calories per treat. That's not bad, huh? He's really crunching that one. You want your second one? You gotta come say goodbye to everybody for your second one. Oh, you gotta work for it. Say bye, guys. Say bye. Yum, yum. Oh, there's that sweet face. There you go. Puppy ASMR. Alright, on that note, I'm going to let you guys go. I will talk to you in a moment. Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? Welcome to Vlogmas Day 10. Day 10 was a productive day in Heatherland. What did I do? Let me say, I finished something. I finished 2 somethings, actually. So I was pretty happy with that, and I figured I would just, show you guys here. Finished Object Land. And I broke another nail off. I've been talking about how little my nails have been getting because they're usually like something like that. And now they're all starting to steadily break down. Like I have this nail left. And this one just broke, and it's so little now. I finished things anyway. So let me show you one of the things that I finished. It is huge. It's huge. Look, but I finished it. They wanted you to do a repeat 9 times. I did the repeat 8 times, and I was like, this is enough. Like, it should be like to there. But it is functional. It is, look at, I got the heel. The garter stitch I got down, you guys. I got that down. I got the ribbing down. I've known how to rib for, a while and do the garter and all that fun stuff. If you haven't seen any of the other Vlogmas videos, this is a pattern that I finally found, which I have linked down below now that I found it. I have all the very retro-y, Christmassy things down there for you. The mittens that I talk about a lot, these right here. I do have my continuous join for granny squares so that you guys can have a lovely, peaceful holiday if you're making blankets and still need to join the squares and you hate sewing as much as I do. Merry Christmas. There it is. I have the tutorial for this hat in case you like a hat. I do have it on good authority that this is Santa's favorite. So that tutorial is linked down below. I have lots of stuff linked down below for you guys. But I had a pair of retro slippers. I have a pair of very like vintagey retro slippers that my great aunt had made. The story is in past Vlogmases. If you're, curious, I don't want to take up another 15 minutes going down memory lane for the same thing. But I had them in very heathery color. I had them actually in this color right here, pretty much, except it was held double, so it looks a lot more variegated even than it is, which is fine by me. And yeah, my great aunt had made that. So I found the pattern, again, linked down below. I decided, I was like, I have to make the large size because, my feet are huge, first of all. But that can touch my elbow if I if I have it on my arm. It's too big. However, look at how big the actual leg hole is. That is like the size of my head. So yeah, it is too big. I will be making a smaller size of these, but I can tell you right now that this, it kind of broke my heart to take this apart. I was going to say to frog it, but we learned in yesterday's video that, what is it called? Tink, right? Knit spelled backwards. Tinking it. I'll probably end up saying frogging because I'm used to it, but I'm gonna go with that for today. It would have broke my heart to take this apart. So, and it will very much upset my compulsive nature to match things up and, have things even and everything. My OCD brain is just not going to put up with that. It's not. I feel a little anxious at the thought of that, to be honest with you. So, what we're going to do is we're going to make, as long as I have the yarn, as long as the yarn is fine. If it isn't, I don't know. Well, I may have to just take it apart because I don't want to think about it right now. But anyway, we're going to make the matching big one is what we're going to do. Because I walked around the house in this. It feels ridiculous because what I can do is basically tuck my pants into my pant legs or my pajama bottoms or whatever. I can tuck it into that and still have plenty of room. But I figured on really cold days, especially if you're just sitting there, these would be amazing because they do stay on. Especially if you're just sitting knitting, crocheting at the computer or something, sitting and watching TV. But like I said, they do stay on walking around the house, and obviously I'm not going to take these out anywhere else. So, it's a win. It is shaped right. I got everything down pat with let me tell you what I did here, because this is where, when it was worked open, this is where you bring them together and sew them up. I did my continuous join with a crochet hook, you guys. I did not sew that. Screw that. Yeah, I did not. I did end up sewing up here. And I know with my yarn choice, it's harder to tell. But like right down here, I put the crocheted lace in, so I have the lace, and it's laced up all the way to the top and still this loose. So it's very big. But I don't care. I don't care, because you know what? Because I knit it. So I'm pretty happy with that. Speaking of my knitting, one or two of you guys did say that you would like to see my knitting needles from my mother-in-law. So I thought coming up here, maybe I will make like I'll either do it in one of the coming up Vlogmases, because I didn't bring them in here with me, or I will do like a little short, like Heather the Crochet Witch knits or something, and just talk about, some of my flops. I can pull out a couple of the things that I have crocheted. I have one knit project, so I could do a whole little knitting podcast, to be honest with you. It probably won't be as long as most of my podcasts because I have nothing to be long-winded about in the knitting world, really. Well, I could probably be long-winded talking about mostly anything, can't I? we're going to say that's what makes me so charming, right? So I can hold a conversation with no one or with myself or with, you know, out of nothing. I've got the gift of gab, that's for sure. But yeah, and I could show off my knitting needles and things like that. So I thought that might be a fun, like, future video to do. But for now, you guys get to see this, and we'll just pretend that it's more like that. Because that, like, I don't mind it being high up on my leg or anything, and I don't mind the foot being big. I don't mind there being some room here. And if it had been, you know, 2 inches shorter this way, like I'm trying to present it as now, that would be pretty perfect, right? So, yeah. What do you guys think? Pretend that's just not there. Pretend it's not there. What do you think? Like, it's unfortunate I can't just trim that off and sew it together, but, you know, there we are. I think this would have looked fantastic like this. So, like, I like the way the yarn looks. It looks very busy from there. It does look a little different on camera than it does in real life. Like, to me, the light yarn picks up a lot more, and in real life, my eyes focus more on the dark yarn. So it looks like a darker slipper with highlights to me. And on here, it looks like a little more of a mess, to be honest, because it, like, my eyes anyway focus on the lighter color, and it just looks like it's a lighter colored slipper with, like, some weird darkness to it. But maybe up close I can get a better example for you of it, but that looks a little bit better. But it's funny how things on camera work out like that too, right? Like, a lot of times when I've made, like, filet crochet in the past, if I just hold it up, people can't really see it, even if I hold it like a light thing against a dark background or vice versa. But if you show it on camera or you take a picture of it, to me, it stands out so they can, you know, you can see the design in it really well. But I digress. Anyway, so this is it's a finished half of a set is what it is, obviously, but it's finished. Now I'm going to get used to holding it like this and think I did such a great job. And it's, you know, the sad truth is, it is comically big, but yeah, I'm still really happy with it. Like, really happy with it. So there we are. Finished object half of a set number 1. And then I decided I have gotten some really great inspiration, I feel like, from Erin of Crafting Kitty. I know I do talk about her a lot, but I love her to pieces. I'm very happy to say I think we've become pretty good friends. And I love that. I love all the friends that I've made here, you know, because of my channel or because of their channels, or I'm really thankful for that, because, you know, like I said, I have such a small circle here that, you know, I love talking to you guys. Back to Erin, circling back, I feel like I'm getting a lot of inspiration from her, just because she's going through this thing. I'm going to link her. If you guys haven't seen her, if you haven't checked her out, please go do that. I think you'll super love her. But she's been in the same situation craft-wise, I think, that I am, which is, she's found her limits, she's admitted, to where she's comfortable keeping things, basically, like, keeping her yarn and things like that. She has found her limit, and she has surpassed that. And, it's not that I'm being ashamed by David. It's not that I'm not really being shamed at all. Like, a lot of people, if they've seen my house, are like, that's awesome, you know, and, like, unless they're all being fake nice, you know, or just trying to make me not feel bad, I feel very complimented by that. And I think that it's awesome. I think it's a beautiful collection. I'm not trying to talk highly of myself. I know I sound like really full of myself when I say stuff like that, but I do think, like, it's a beautiful collection that I've curated, basically, is how I look at it. I love it. I have talked before about stuff like, oh, I really want to use this, and I've been saving it because I'm afraid to use it, basically, and have it used up, but I want to use it. So that's what I'm starting to do, is use it. And that's what Erin is doing. And she's making a lot of big decisions and going through and, you know, I don't need this, I do need this, I want to do this. And I love that, first of all. Any of my prizes that I've given away are like from I don't go out and buy them because I have so much to share here. You know, that if you've won any prizes from me for make-alongs or, you know, seen my giveaways, it's stuff that has been from my own, you know, collection. All of that to say, I pulled out, because I'm still trying to, I was so happy. I talked yesterday or the day before that I got quite a bit out of this corner that is my ongoing, I think it's because I just kept, every time I'd get something, and it turned into like an overflow area, kind of. So with all that being said, there's a lot of overflow to flow back out, right? And that's part of my issue is, where do I put this? Because I put it here because I had no place for it and everything like that. Which would be fine if I was keeping the shelf in the corner and keeping that. But my intent for so long has been to take it down, to have this cozy nook. I'd really like to, like, now that it's taken me so long to do it, I'd really like to push through it over the next week or two and find homes or, you know, whatever the case may be for the objects in it, in this corner. And David had brought up that I have one of those. He hates it because he had one and got rid of it. I love it because obviously I have one and kept it. But we both, when we moved in together, had one of those octagon tables, like end tables. Do you know what I'm talking about? From like I think they're from the 80s and the 90s maybe. I don't know. I don't know how old or the history of those are, but I know they were around then. I would like to have that right by my window, which is basically behind you guys. And then clear off the shelf that I have over there and have like the easy chair, the cozy chair that I was talking about. So there'd be an end table, a window, and a nice sitting area, like a little nook in here, you know, because I mean, this was a bedroom at one point, so it's big enough for that. As long as there are not things in the way. And, I thought it would be really great. That table would elevate my grandma's little Christmas tree just enough to have it, you know, shining lovely through the window and everything, which I really like the idea of. If I don't get to it now, that is a plan, like next Christmas, that's what I would definitely do if I don't get all this done now, because like we're at the point in December where it's the 10th of December. Maybe it's a little too late to be thinking about that and have it up and enjoy it. But like I keep my tree up till at least New Year's anyway. So like if I were to get it done, say this weekend, but I don't have a chair anyway. I'm not getting a chair until I have a nook to put a chair in. Because honestly, I would like to thrift one and get like an 80s or like Facebook Marketplace or something and get like an 80s style, like big comfy chair with like a ottoman or something, you know. That's what I would really like. But I don't even want to start looking until this corner's clean, because what if I have it, don't clean out the corner, and where's it going to go? You know, where's it going to go? So all of that being said, that was a long diversion from what I was about to say, but I've been making other room elsewhere, you know, like pulling some yarn out for the giveaway box, pulling yarn out to use. I've been using up a lot of yarn lately, that I've had around, you know, and this is going to squeak. Back here, you can't even see it. There's no point in squeaking. Basically underneath this to the cube next to it, so like way behind me, is this small collection of Hobby Lobby. Is it called Wild Street? You are going to hear the squeak, so I got to pull one out. Oh no, this one's a different dye lot. Oh no, I have multiple dye lots? These are the same, but different from the dye lot I'm using. This is different from both of them. Uh-oh, I didn't realize that. I mean, we'll alternate if I make something that uses both of these, I guess, but I think this is the end of so now you get to see my collection of it. That's a different dye. Okay, so these dye lots match. These die lots match, I believe. No, I'm a liar. I'm a liar. These die lots match. These die lots match. This die lot is different from both of these and different from the one I'm using out there. This is the oddball. Unless I'm not gonna get out of the chair, turn it all around, and get down there and look to see if I had double layered this. I'm not gonna do it. But if I did double layer it, maybe I've got something there. I don't know. Now I have to put it all back in. Or use it, which is, you know, the option I was getting to. Now I'm going to precariously stack these and really hope that we don't have an avalanche until I, you know, put them back. All right. Precariously stacked, complete. I pulled two out is my point. One of them is here, and I made this hat today, all in one day. So achieved. It's not really that hard of a thing, I suppose, but you know, I did work on some other stuff. I got this done today, which it was only like to here, but so I got all of that done, all the extra done that I'm trying not to show you, and sewed it together and made the little thing. I did all that before I went to bed, and I knit slowly. And then I did, I made this hat. I know you saw at the beginning the little clip, so I started the scarf to go with it, a matching Stormy Water scarf. And if I remember, I will link this, but it is a pattern on, I don't know if there's a written pattern, but there is a video tutorial, and that's what I made these. I've been making these for years, you guys. I love this pattern, especially for the hat. I've never made the scarf before. Here, let's get rid of the old Santa hat for a second. My hair is so hat hairy, and I've only had that hat on for the 20 minutes that we've been talking. But yeah, it fits well. It's a little bit big on me, which is good because that means it is normal human head size, you know, because I have little baby head. But I think it's really pretty, and you know, the rainbows make me so happy. This is a discontinued yarn. It's called Wild Streak Brights, and you know what? It's called Wild Streak, and the name Brights is printed underneath it, which is the color name, because that is name and color Brights right there. You're gonna blow out. Brights is right there by the dye lot. So it's called Brights. It is a Wild Streak brand. I believe Hobby Lobby discontinued all of their Wild Streak yarn. Because I had several, I think I had three or four different colors. I sent some to some other people because I thought they would like the colors, you know, or whatnot. I have been hoarding this away because I love my vintage colors and I love my rainbows. So this just made me really happy, you know. And I hope that somebody likes it when I, you know, do end up finishing the set and giving it away. Or selling it if somebody finds it, and, you know, if somebody likes it, I will sell it, because, you know, Heather needs some side money here, right? But yeah, and that happens a lot. Like, somebody sees it and likes it and wants to buy it. So I'm like, yeah, because I can always make another one. Not a problem. That's how I got started with all my dragon egg bags that I make and everything. Just, you know, I believe I used some of the Wild Streak yarn to make a dragon egg bag. Not this color, a different color, but I believe I did, actually, because Wild Streak is like a roving, and I really like using a roving for that because you can really see the scales and the stitch definition on it. This is really busy, so it's a little harder to see the pattern, but it's still really pretty. Really pretty. And like I said, I know in the beginning of the video you saw me starting the scarf, so I'm going to make a long scarf. I definitely have enough, as long as I maybe alternate the colors or something, or the dye lots, I mean. But yeah, so that's a win, and a completed object, but also part of a set. I also worked on my secret project, and I'm about halfway done with that, because I had put that to the side for a little bit because I got gung-ho crazy with the knitting. But but I'm getting back to that because I'm really trying to clear that stuff out of my baskets. Coming up with we're not talking goals yet or anything, but coming up in the new year, I have high hopes to get back to like my whip weekend videos where I'm finishing old whips and just finishing them, you know, period. I did already sort through an awful lot and decide what I was getting rid of that I had started, but I need to finish the ones that I decided to finish. So good news for everybody who misses videos like that. They're planned to come back. Yeah. And like with the season 5 being the finale of Stranger Things, and with the season 5 also not coming around for another year or so, I would imagine there are going to be less. I mean, I don't want there to be less Stranger Things on the channel. I love Stranger Things. Some of you guys do too, and I love that about you. But and I'm glad that you love that. But I know a lot of you don't. So there will probably be, I mean, an decline of Stranger Things stuff and an incline of more yarn stuff. Not necessarily because I want them to be, but just because like there tends, you know, every time there's a lull between seasons, there tends to be less Stranger Things related items anyway for me to show off and things like that. Like I'm very surprised that Bath and Body Works put out that line this last Halloween, just considering they were in between seasons and everything like that. I'm surprised that Funko decided to do an advent calendar, which we'll get to in a second here too, of them, just because it's in between. It's not when, you know, it's not the year they were released or anything, but I'm not unhappy about it, to say the least. These things are tiding me over until I get to my precious season 5, but all that to say, there'll probably be some more yarn coming up because I am trying to hold on to the inspiration that Erin gave me and get some of this dwindled down. Yeah. That was a really long-winded update. Let's open some Advent stuff. Can we open some stuff? I love opening stuff. We're going to open, speaking of Stranger Things, we're going to open one of the Advent calendars that I got. I got 2 of them that have had different things in them so far. I mean, yes. And I pretty easily found day number 10, which is right here. I did, of course, bury my scissors that tend to help me. It's buried under rainbow yarn. I mean, not that that's a big problem to have, right? What a problem to have, I guess I should say. Oh no, I have a mountain of rainbow yarn in front of me. I guess for those of you who don't like rainbow, that might be a problem. But for me, not a problem. Especially because I want to use it. I figured what I have here will make a few sets. So we have the clear door. I see something cute. Oh my god, this is a useful item for me now, here, crochet-wise. Guys, okay, can you guess? Yes, you can. You can see what that is, right? You can guess what that is. But on the front, it says Hawkins Mall, visit us, and it's got the meat puppet guy. No, it doesn't. Well, yeah, the meat puppet looked like him too, I guess, because this one, that's why I thought it was him, because it was red. But that's also the Mind Flayer, depending on... He's just not cloudy. He's more like the meat puppet guy that was running through the hospital and stuff after the kids. Either way, he's very happy, and he's got little body parts. It says, Hawkins Mall, visit us. Oh, he's on the escalator! It is the meat puppet then. It's the meat puppet from being in the... Anyway. Guys. I have a Stranger Things tape measure now. I have been loving my... I've kept the knit crate one that I got in a knit crate years ago because I love that. It's heart-shaped. It is also buried under yarn because it's right here. Oh, rainbow yarn, you are vexing me so right now. Okay, this is the one that I kept from Knit Crate. It's on a little, you know, and it says all you need is yarn, and it's a little red heart, and the little button is a red heart. And I have a regular straight ruler, and then I have this, and that's all I had. Now I have a Hawkins one, you guys. I have a Stranger Things one. And it's a full length one, I'm pretty sure. I don't want to we're up to 50 some inches right now. I don't even know how long the standard one goes up to. I think we just hit 56, 57. 57 is where it stops. So, and it works. And it's wonderful. And this is going on my desk tonight. It's not going in the cauldron. It's not. I do have a Christmas card to open, speaking of which, that I set on the cauldron so that I would see it. Want to open that? Let's do the Funko thing, then open that Christmas card. How about that? Yeah. Funko Advent Calendar. Stranger Things edition. You know what? This reminds me too. My friend Nate came over today, and we went and hung out. We got some food. We hung out at the house, but we were driving to. He went to run a couple of errands with me. One being at the post office because I sent out a package to the winner today of my latest giveaway, and I drive past this house all the time. It's this really old house. I couldn't tell you how old, but I mean, in the past, it was been very abandoned looking, boarded up windows. It had this, where they felt the house was, dangerous, so they didn't want anybody coming in. So they put big planks of like plywood or whatever up to make almost like a plywood fence that said "Do not enter" on it. It looked like a very old abandoned house, and it's been that way for a couple of years, let me say. We were going by it today, and not only was somebody fixing it up and taking the "Do not enter" plywood away, the boarded windows were still there, and the lights were on inside, so you could really see that it was the old boarded up lookingness. But they painted the house. Do you know what they painted the house to look like? And I'm sure this was not on purpose. I'm sure they're not like Stranger Things fans that are geeking out the way I am, at their house. But they painted it dark blue with white trim. They painted it to look like the Creel house, you guys. I need to go by in the daytime and just film, or like make David or Nate or somebody hold the camera so I can just drive by it, because the people seem to be going in and out. They have the driveway opened up now and everything. I mean, they're working on this house. So I want to catch it, A, before it changes, and B, just drive by so they don't see me peeking at their house, and then I have to explain why I've... Anyway. We have a Creel house. I don't know why that makes me so happy, but it does. But here, this reminded me, because this is, the beautiful Creel house is on here too. Nate asked me today, because he saw this in here. I was showing him the progress I made on my my yarn here, getting like the moving and stuff that I was talking about. And he asked me, he saw this, and I was showing him, and oh my gosh, my brain, where did I go with that story? Oh, he asked me if I got hopper yet from here, and of course we know I haven't, but I told him I don't even know if there is a hopper. Like, I would hope, but season 4 hasn't been very hopper friendly with the Funko in this. There's, I think, only one. So sorry for the creaking. Now that I moved it again, it's back to creaking. And I did read the comment. I haven't answered yet, but I did read the comment that if I know the dimensions of it or whatever, I might be able to pick up on it like an old store. We don't really have any stores that sell like old hardware type stuff. I mean, like, maybe if by chance I lucked out, we have a 2 or 3 story. It used to be back in the day, like when I'm talking when I was a very small Heather, like very small, like hold your grandma's hand everywhere you go type of small. it used to be this really fancy old school department store. It was basically like a Macy's or something. It's called Murphy's, right? In town. And I don't know if it's the same owners after the store closed down, if they kept the building, or if the new owners just kept the name, because it's still got the Murphy's in it, but it's no longer like Murphy's department store or whatever it was. It is, and it had these like 2 grand staircases, because they had a second level at least. There might be a third level, but they for sure had a second level. And they were like these grand old like wooden staircases with like an ornate railing going down. And nowadays I don't think there's as much decorativeness up around the passageway down, but I mean, it used to just be like gorgeous, absolutely stunning. And like as tiny Heather holding grandma's hand, tiny, I didn't fully appreciate, but the things that I can remember now, like if I could find pictures of this place, maybe they're online somewhere. I would like to see if there are, because this place was beautiful. And like I said, it was like a department store, but it was like a one store kind of, I think a family owned it is my guess. I don't think Murphy's was a chain by any means, but anyway, nowadays it's an antique mall. So it's Murphy's Antique Mall, and it's the kind where they rent out booths to people to come in. So you can, you might have like 100 different booths in there or something, like no joke, with different things. So some of them are very old things. Some of them is just junk. Some of them, well, one person's junk's another person's treasure though, right? So to me, some things are junk. Just tons of different stuff. There's some touristy booths because our town is like a really touristy town anyway. So they sell like postcards and, like things with our town's name on it, or just like Michigan thing, any of you who've lived or been to a tourist town, the items that stores probably have, those, things probably have. But anyway, if I luck out, I might be able to find something like there, or there are some places that when it's yard sale season that only sell like old, like equipment and things like that. So like maybe there I might, it's an idea. But yeah, maybe there are some, but it would involve a luck. I don't think there's any like stores that sell just old hardware type stuff around here. I mean, maybe I can ask David. He might have an idea, but I don't know of any that do. But that's a good idea, because I really do like this chair. I need to find something to make it not squeaky the way it is. Okay, anyway, we're opening. I don't think anything's going to make me squeal. Well, I guess getting a hopper would, but I don't think anything is going to make me squeal the way this did. This is both our worlds meeting together, right? Okay, so both my worlds. It's Eddie. I got a little mini Eddie. It's funny, I do have the keychain version of him too that's like this size. So I have a couple of mini Eddies, and I have an ornament for my tree that I haven't even pulled out. I pulled it out of the box to look at it. It was a while ago that I got it, and I put it back away because I was like, I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin it. So I have ornament Eddie, and then I have this little guy with his little guitar and his little battle gear on, and I love him. He's so cute. And of course he came out with Dustin, because now I have Dustin, Steve, and Eddie all hanging out. Okay. So, we just have P.O. boxes, right? Okay. I got, my first Christmas card. No, my second Christmas card. Because my first one is from I did tell you my friend Joe sent me one who's like Mr. Christmas card. So he sent it like in November, so he's hard to beat for the Christmas card game. But I got a card from Ella, and Ella, no catchy name. I was showing off her manatee sticker. I love the manatee. I just got some stamps, her manatee stamp. I just got a couple of sets of Christmassy ones today for my Christmas cards. Hopefully I remember to use them. But yeah, I picked those up too. So let's open the card from Ella so I can put it up on my Christmas card, my little ghost hanger out there. I put the Christmas cards up on there because I never get so many that, you know, I don't have room. Usually I don't get that many. I love Christmas cards. I love getting them. This is so pretty. It's like, I mean, it's a picture. Oh, caught it. She sent me a sticker. She sent me a this is another, do you know what? Do you want to know something funny before I even show you the card? That little notebook that I bring out like for notes or scribbling down stuff, or testing out pens. I keep my other Ella sent me one in some Happy Mail, I think, or maybe it was last Christmas, but I have kept my little yarn ball right there. Now I have a red one. So I have Christmas colored yarn balls from Ella. I literally take it and move it every time that I pull this out, but that's where I've kept it safe because I love it. I think it's so cute. It's glittery yarn. I love that. Thank you, Ella, already. I was starting to say that it's a photograph type of situation. It's not actual stitchery or anything before I say. It's cross stitch or embroidered or whatever, but there is like a handmade Christmas scene. Isn't that beautiful? I love that so much. Like, I love the little stars, and I love everything about that. That is so beautiful. An old-fashioned wish for the happiest season ever. Have a happy Yule, Ella, from No Catchy Name. Thank you, Ella! I gotta get my cards out, because Ella is definitely on my Christmas list. I'll try to remember to link her. I need to remember to link her and Erin, along with everything else that I usually link down there. But I will try to remember the link for her. I'm sure you all are very familiar with Ella. But thank you, Ella. I love it. You will eventually get mine. Now for the other two things I have to open today. This is my second. I should show you the front too. See, I have destroyed part of both of them, basically, at this point. Door number 10. Oh no, we're going to destroy Lucas's face. I know, I just know we are. But there's door number 10 right there. Right on poor Lucas's sweet little innocent face. I'm going to try real hard, Lucas. I only have this short little nails to work with here, or the scissors. I'm going to try real hard not to rip your face off. I'll feel really bad. Immense concentration happening here. I think we did it. Look, I managed to make the door and not rip Lucas's face off. Applause happening here. So this is part of that membrane is like, oh, I'm sorry, Lucas. I'm so sorry. The membrane on this one is like crazy strong and it's stuck to everything. And I ripped Lucas's face off. I feel bad. I'm sorry, Lucas. I'm gonna put it down and not try not to remember that moment. Let me get the membrane of stickiness off of here. I'm sure there's a better name for that besides membrane of stickiness. Oh, here, let me open the package too so you guys don't have the glare because it is a small item. This is so cute. Okay. This is for Will, and it's his mixtape. And it says, I believe the tape is coming out, and it says Xmas down here. And the tape is red and green, so they attempted to make it, you know, Christmassy with the advent calendar, but it's an eraser, if I didn't say that already. So it's a Will tape eraser. Anybody who's been around for the 80s or even the 90s, I mean, even now if you still use them, but I know hardly anyone does, but you know the struggle with the tape. Sometimes you pull it out and the tape is still there and that's where the pencil or the pen comes in, right? And you wind it up. But yeah, so there it is. I will say this is really cute, but I will have to say I'm definitely more excited about this. I'm really excited about that. Because speaking as somebody who cannot estimate anything, I rely heavily on measuring. So very excited about that. Now we have the yarn advent from Bella. Hand dyed me the advent from her own hand dyeing techniques and such. And I sent her 25 gifts of Christmas, or for Christmas. So go check her channel out if you're curious as to the things that I have given her in return here. I'm taking off the Reese pumpkin, which she has so wonderfully gifted me like so many of so far. Thank you, Bella. And stick tape backs. Here's day 10. And they're vintage colorways that she's dyed, but she did put Stranger Things stickers on for me that I think she said kind of match. And they have so far, so we're going to say yes that they did. But there is Max getting Vecna-ized back there. And let's see if I can... Oh, this light. There we go. Let's shut off on us twice. I am very long-winded today. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know. I did obviously peek stuff. I'm peeking. But I don't know if it's as blue as that looks right now, or if you're getting blue like with the light bouncing. Okay, it is quite blue, and it is quite Max blue. Max's jacket. It is this really pretty like coastal blue. And I don't know if the camera will focus, but I see there are some slight splotches here with like a greenish yellow right there too. Just a couple. That's beautiful. I love it. Thank you so much, Bella. I had a thought for what I want to do with these now. Because at first I thought like maybe a shawl, because Bella's doing a shawl with hers, because she dyed herself a set too. Not the same set, not a matching set, by the way, but in an advent calendar of yarns. She's doing a shawl, and I was like, I could do a blanket, because, you know, me and blankets. And because these are the same yarn base as, I'm keeping it in here, but as the set that she dyed me last year. I just got this out to show Nate today, actually. I'm just going to show you a couple of them. But I have, you know, yarns like this in here. So I have, you know, a fair share. Like there's 20, well, there's 25 with the Christmas Day one, but there's 24 minis, and then I believe the 25th one was a full skein, but it would be at the bottom. So yep, I feel a full skein in there, but I will make a mess pulling it out. It's all the way down here. So I thought there was, but then my memory was like, it was there. But I have all of these beautiful ones from last year, and it's the same base, which I think she said was a bamboo base. So I know she has issues with wool, and I mean, like, she has dyed wool before and all that, or natural fibers, but I'm sure she's had to wear gloves and everything else to protect herself. So I believe this is a bamboo yarn, and all that to say again, see, long-winded today, man. They would mix and match. So I had a thought, if I can find, because this is fairly thin, right? And I like a thin yarn, I do, but it's fairly thin. And again, I mean, I do like it. That's not me saying I don't. But for a blanket, what I thought was, if I can find another, like a thin black yarn, I prefer black to white, just because I prefer black to white. But if I could find a thin, solid color of some sort that I would want to mix in, I would hold it double with this and do a whole blanket, changing these and keeping the solid color. So it would look kind of scrappy, definitely adventy, I think. But yeah, what do you guys think of that? I like the sound of that personally. And like I said, I'd have 24 minis for each year. So I mean, I have 48 minis then that way, plus the full size yarns, if I so choose to use the full size yarn for that, which I probably would. But what do you guys think? I keep showing up. Look. What do you think? Let me know. Let me know what you think. I think that's everything. I did pull out last year's scrappy blanket that I never finished. So I thought if I can finish up some of the stuff I'm doing and stay on track with the movie marquee blanket still in the works, I want to add that into my things to do also, since I know especially New Year's week, I'm off a few extra days, I believe, if everything goes right. Fingers crossed for that, guys. But yeah, so I thought I would add that in, and then that would be another project out of the way and something scrappy to be working on through the holidays. So with all of that, I will let you go for today, but I hope you don't mind my long-windedness. I should title this one something like grab a drink and a snack, because Heather's here to talk, you know. Sorry, guys. All right, you can tell I got some rest today, right? All right, I am actually going to let you go. I've bored Maverick. I don't think you can see him, but he's out there snoozing away in the couch right there. So, all right, I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.